My prime directive today is to remove Ajuga. I'm going to call this Ajuga intercept. Around several of the bridges, there were some severe erosion problems. We're talking about things that were just potholes. I guess that's the best way to say it. And so on the upper trail, that's where most of the Ajuga was placed, because that was all that we had at the time. I'm going to check down for a couple of bridges on the lower trail. I think we may have gotten as far as a downed tree on the lower trail. So I'm going to try to do an Ajuga intercept and relocate today. Possibly some mallows as well that I placed on a highland trail that I made during the winter time to avoid floods. Something that will be open year round. So beside the first bridge, there is some Ajuga right there that made it through the winter under the leaves. So that is being pulled. Small portion of Ajuga removed from near the second bridge. That's in pretty good shape to it. Did well through the winter. Thank you. All right, also by the second bridge, a nice little stand of Ajuga about to come out of the ground. Time to go. I call this the Velociraptor Bridge because of the ferns around here. So check this out. Ajuga, nice. And check this out. Nice. Nice survival. Time to go, kids. Let's pack up. Looks like we had all four corners of the Raptor Bridge under Ajuga domination. Let's go over here and notice this one as well. Yes, yes. All right, let's come on out of there. Thank goodness we haven't had time to spread. That is a good thing. We can get that to come out very good. Very good. Nice. Very good. Very good. Starting to get a collection. And there's another one right there. There we go. Ajuga, gorgeous. Check it again. We're good there. Go back over to here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. We're good to go here. This step bridge was one of our biggest challenges because when we came here with the school group, this was about 1 foot low here. This was a tripping hazard. And so we put Ajuga along the side here. As you can see, a good amount of it made it. This was going to be very effective at the purpose at which it was set out, to help control the erosion around this bridge. But the request is time to go. So let's do that. Both bottom elements of the stair bridge are clear. We apparently didn't plant anything here. All right, we had Ajuga success on the bridge after the stairs. Just on that other side, we had some that made it. I don't see any right here. Let's go look at the other side. Yes, a little bit of Ajuga here. We'll be taking that out. And yes, nice little set right here. That's going to be gone in a minute. We got flooding just about on the trail, the upper trail, not very far away. I kind of have a feeling that by mid-March, another 2 weeks, this will not be passable. That's the very reason I made that alternate Highland Trail. Make sure to use that, enjoy that when you can. By the way, we still have quite a bit of garbage from last year. Some of these bottles and things. This is from last year's flood. We've still got some work to do, students. A little community service, don't we? Very good. We'll be back. We'll take care of this. So on this flat bridge, this is the upper trail still, but it's a very low area. This is near that flood area. There was some Ajuga that made it right here. This was one of our worst problems. There was a massive hole right about in here that was enough to break a leg. We fill that in. Thank you, students. But it doesn't look like we dropped much Ajuga in this area. So I'll be taking this little piece out right here anyway. So from the long skinny bridge, that's where I am on the upper trail. You can see imminent flooding. Looks like within a couple of weeks we'll have some flooding. So I want you to pan around with me and look at this though, because from this bridge you can easily see markers that I have on the alternate Highland Trail, and something's flying around behind me. It must be another vulture, but there are some markers. Oh, they're the vultures. There they are. They're trying to get away right now. They're wishing they could come back to their supper. I'm about to leave on the long bridge at the upper trail. I don't think any of the Ajuga made it, or the armadillos have dispatched it, possibly. Nothing noted here. Nothing noted on the shorter bridge that's by the long bridge. Nothing picked up here. So beside the staircase, the amphitheater was the other location where I planted Ajuga. There's some right there. This was my other big site because I had wanted to go down on the lower trail, but it was blocked by that downed tree. And so I wound up dropping a lot of this stuff right by the amphitheater. So I'm going to clear this edge right here. The dead giveaway for anything that survived this intercept will be a little pretty 3-inch blue spike of flowers. That is Ajuga, and that needs to come out. I think it's gone from here. I've got about one more bridge. Okay, at one of the footbridges in the lower trail, this is just the one right south of the amphitheater. I see some that made it right here, some Ajuga, so that's going to go. I'll be checking the other corners. So 2 bridges south of the amphitheater. This will be the true test. I don't think I planted anything further south than this, so I'm going to check this and make sure it's clean, and if it's not, we'll remove, and we will keep on going south until we make sure everything is clean. Again, maybe the possibility is this needs to be gone over maybe one more time a little bit later, especially when the Ajuga is blooming at my house. That's the time I think I might come back and just see if we have any peekaboos. That will certainly be a dead giveaway. I see nothing here, so I think on the trail I'm good to go. Now I'm heading up to the Highland Trail. I think I might have planted one piece with one of the mallows. On this lower trail, we've only got about 6 or 8 more feet and we'll have flooding onto here And of course you can see garbage here from last year's flood still. Man, I've had 4 crews in here picking this stuff up. There's more work to do from last year. That's from last year, not talking about anything new that could be washed up. So off of the Highland Trail, I have a few mallows that are native to North America, but there's been a question by someone else as to whether or not this apparently in December I planted hibiscus, black-eyed Susan, St. Augustine. So that's about to come up. There was some grass that went into that one, so we'll pull that as well. So those will be easy to pull and find. I just pull those straight up by the roots. Here you can see a black-eyed Susan peeking out. I'll be planting all this stuff elsewhere. In the 90-degree bend on the Highland Trail, here is another. This was a hibiscus only, so I'm gonna pull that just straight out. That one was kind of barely hanging on anyway. And then over here, there was also another hibiscus only. So, good deal. We can just pull that straight out, and I will give these a wonderful home elsewhere, not here. Near the juncture of the Highland Trail with the upper trail at Ark, I have one more right here. Hibiscus only. Come on up. Oh, this one was gonna make it nicely, I think. Very good. So now there's a map of all the sites, and another walkthrough at some point might be kind of nice, but I think we got the job done. Let's review the Ajuga intercept one more time. I pulled Ajuga here, here, here. Okay, I call it the stair bridge. That's called the quick turn bridge. All of the bridges on the upper trail had Ajuga placed by them. On the lower area, the amphitheater, right about in here, there was Ajuga, and then the thicket bridge had Ajuga. We checked the slither bridge, no Ajuga. That's as far as I went, and it was because there was a block of the pathway down in here by a fallen tree at the time. That's why we went back and planted the rest of what we had at the amphitheater. Now, from the Highland Trail, which goes, kind of winds right back in here and comes out in the meadow, I pulled out one hibiscus here. There was a kind of a 90-degree turnabout in here. I pulled 2 out here. That's 1, that's 3. And then over by the vine, the big vine, that was the one that had the Ajuga and the yarrow with it. That got out. That was pulled out. And then a little bit further up the trail by one of the other entrances from this main road, there was one that I pulled there that I believe had some black-eyed Susan. That was the hibiscus. So, mission completed. Thought you might be interested to know where those hibiscus trees got relocated to. So, this hibiscus tree from Ark Trail got located to my church, and so did this one. These are going to look real nice near the entrance. I put several of them back in that tree line right over there as well. So the Ajuga intercept from Ark Trail, I put it around this oak tree near the entrance to my church. So now, this people drive in, they're going to see pretty blue spikes. Isn't it neat how things work out? It's going to be good.